Hello my darlings, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about, as you could clearly see, the 5 love languages and how to speak it. So first things first, we're going to see what the 5 love languages are. Then we're going to go and I'm going to explain what mine are. That way you can understand what yours is and how can you connect with you and your partner. So here we go. First things first, words of affirmation. Physical touch. Receiving gifts, quality time, acts of service. There is an author that actually wrote a book about this, and I cannot wait to look up. I know they talk about this often, and there are several videos on YouTube that like literally like dissect chapter per chapter, and so you know what, this is something that's good to share. Granted, I have not read the book, but just this one poster alone and the sermons that I've heard on the 5 love languages, I'm like, you know what, this is something that my darlings need to hear. I definitely I'm going to see if I can find the name of the person that wrote the book. That way you guys can definitely take a look at it, because this is something that's super phenomenal, especially if you're somebody who was single. You got to learn and you got to know, okay, in my singleness, what can I do? That way I could be like that Proverbs 31 woman to my future mate. Granted, if you don't know what Proverbs 31 is, it's a chapter in a Holy Bible that talks about, you know, like what attributes to this is your mate's prized possession, in regards to her being on her feet, in regards to, you know, like faithfulness and wisdom is currently on her tongue, things like that. That's definitely something as well that is good. So that's also good to look up. So like I said, kudos to the author of this book, the author that literally said, okay, you know what, he had a vision to say, you know, I want for people to understand what love is, because obviously we all know that God is love, but here, like, and like on like us as fleshly beings, how can we connect with one another to say, okay, this is the way that I receive love, this is the way that I give love. Okay, this is the way that you give love, this is the way that you receive love. So granted, for example, so with that being said, like I said, I cannot thank the author of this book enough, but granted, let's just get into the meat and potatoes of this one here. So for me, my love language is definitely, I like quality time. For example, it says how to communicate. It breaks it down. So a quality time, it says uninterrupted and focused conversations. One-on-one time is critical. It says actions to take. It says create special moments together. Take walks and do small things with your spouse. Weekend getaways are huge. Things to avoid. Distractions when spending time together. Long stints without one-on-one time. My second love language is definitely acts of service. So we'll go back to the top. It says how to communicate. It says use action phrases like I'll help. They want to know you're with them, partnered with them. Then it says actions to take. It says do chores together or make them breakfast in bed. Go out of your way to help alleviate their daily workload. Things to avoid. Making the requests of others a higher priority. Lacking follow through on tasks big and small. Now, let me tell you the love language that I don't like. I am not a fan of physical touch. I don't like it whatsoever. Not a fan of it. For example, it says, like things to avoid. It says physical neglect, long stints without intimacy, receiving affection coldly, actions to take, hug, kiss, hold hands, No. How to communicate, nonverbal, use body language and touch to emphasize love. Sorry, that's not me. But for me now, I break this down because I have to understand that my mate, he's big on physical touch, big on it. So the reason why I make this video is because you have to understand that, because I don't like it, he does. I have to learn how to receive love, because that's how he gives it, is by physical touch. So maybe, for example, you may not like words of affirmation, and maybe that's how your partner speaks words of affirmation. So I'm going to go down the list and we're going to like read every single thing once again. Well, like I'm saying once again, we only read mine, only because I'm just making an example of how I learned to understand this is the way that he gives love. So I have to learn how to receive his love by physical touch. Now, I think he's definitely physical touch and acts of service. He loved anything from doing his nails, from doing like from like doing haircuts, anything from scalp massages, like anything to pamper him, from facials. He loved that stuff. Loves it. So I gotta know, okay, if this is what he likes, then these are the things that I gotta do in order, because I understand that this is the way he receives love. So now let's go box per box, and we're gonna go row for row, and we're gonna show to you what's on this box of the 5 love languages. We'll start from the top. So it says words of affirmation, how to communicate, encourage, affirm, appreciate, emphasize, listen actively. Actions to take, send an unexpected note, text, or card. Encourage them genuinely and often. Things to avoid, non-constructive criticism, not recognizing or appreciating effort. Next, physical touch, nonverbal, use body language and touch to emphasize love. Actions to take, hug, kiss, hold hands, show physical affection regularly, make intimacy a thoughtful priority. Things to avoid, physical neglect, long stints without intimacy, receiving affection coldly. Yeah, that's definitely him. Next, receiving gifts, how to communicate, thoughtfulness, make your spouse a priority, speak purposefully. Actions to take, give thoughtful gifts and gestures. Small things matter in a big way. Express gratitude when receiving a gift. Things to avoid, forgetting special occasions, unenthusiastic about gift giving or gift receiving. Quality time, uninterrupted and focused conversations. One-on-one time is critical. Yep. Create special moments together. Take long walks and do small things with your spouse. Weekend getaways are huge. Things to avoid, distractions when spending long time together. Long stints without one-on-one time. Acts of service. Use action phrases like I'll help. They want to know you're with them, partnered with them. Do chores together, or make breakfast in bed. Go out of your way to help alleviate their daily workload. Things to avoid, making the requests of others a higher priority, lacking follow through on tasks big and small. So guys, there you have it, the 5 love languages. Really, really powerful. I would highly suggest that if you do not know or unfamiliar with this, get with it. And once again, they are words of affirmation, physical touch, receiving gifts, quality time, last but not least, acts of service. Okay, guys, I love you guys a lot. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me, what is your love language? How do you speak it? How do you give it? How do you receive it? And how does your partner give it? And on that note, you guys have a good one. I'll see you next time. Have a lovely day. Take care. Kisses. See you next time.